Today, we're recapping the fantasy comedy movie, 16 Wishes. Spoilers ahead. Abby Jensen wakes up on her 16th birthday and uses chewing gum to stick a photo of Logan, her crush, as the final wish on a list of 16 wishes she hopes will come true. As she does, the picture mysteriously grows. Her family surprises her with a cake and takes an unflattering photograph to go on the family webpage. Pushed to make a wish, Abby forces her family out of the room to prevent them from ruining her day before it begins. Abby tells herself that this day is going to be magical. Outside, an exterminator, Celeste, arrives at the house. She seemingly directs a wasp to infiltrate the home before leaving a flyer for the extermination services, which glows when she touches it. As she walks away from the house, a crowd of wasps break free from their nest in the attic. In her bedroom, one of the wasps watches as Abby plans her outfits. Mike walks in to deliver Abby's birthday breakfast, but as he rocks out on a fake guitar, he accidentally flings a box of her jewelry off the table. Among the mess, he finds a hidden stash of money Abby had been saving for the best Sweet 16 party ever. Mike notes that the perfect party is one of Abby's 16 wishes and questions why Abby thought she would get any of the things she wished for, including a meeting with international pop star Joey Lockhart. Abby remains hopeful, believing this to be the day Logan will finally talk to her. Across the street, Abby's longtime rival Krista Cook gets a new car for her birthday, making this another year in which Krista gets better gifts than Abby. Mike tries to use the bathroom, but Abby is doing her makeup. As he bangs on the door, the wasps in the attic get more agitated. Abby prepares for her perfect day, only to be interrupted by the swarm of wasps breaking loose. The family is chased out of the house and forced to call Celeste, who explains that it may take several days to get the wasps out. But she tells Abby some good news. She saved her list of 16 wishes. Remembering she has some clothes in her gym locker, Abby urges her dad to drive her to school, but Celeste quietly directs the wasps.
Cinema recap here. We've got a little challenge that'll take 5 seconds, and it will change your life forever. You ready? All you gotta do is like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and you'll receive 10 free years of good luck. It's as simple as that.
To cover the cars, preventing that from happening. Across the street, Krista prepares to go to school, giving Mike a free ride, and reveling in Abby's misfortune. Still dressed in her pajamas, Abby steps in a muddy puddle on her way to get to the school bus. Her best friend Jay gives her his coat and reveals Krista texted the whole class about Abby's wasp infestation. Abby finds a box in Jay's coat pocket, discovering a necklace with half a heart reading BFF. He wears the other half on his keychain. While complaining about her misfortune, Abby realizes she now has nowhere to hold her Sweet 16 party. Jay is about to hold Abby's hand when she suddenly continues ranting. A mail van pulls up in front of them, and Celeste steps out, now posing as a delivery person. She hands Abby a box for her birthday. Inside, she finds 16 magic candles and a matchbox, claiming to make any Sweet 16 wishes come true. Abby decides to test it on Candle 8, a wish for her own red car. But instead, she lights up Candle 1 and summons Joey Lockhart's tour bus instead. Lockhart kisses her cheek and wishes her a happy birthday, but appears to show signs of being confused about the whole thing. The tour bus speeds away, leaving Jay and Abby in awe. Suddenly, she realizes that the candles work, and they relate to the numbers on her wish list. Using Candle 8, Abby summons her red car, driven by Celeste, as Abby doesn't have a driver's license. Celeste reveals she's here to make her 16 wishes come true, and Abby convinces Jay to take the ride with her. Celeste speeds the pair to school, interrupting Krista as she brags to Logan about her new car. Logan shows an interest in Abby's impressive new vehicle, and she claims to have bought it for herself. Mike is stunned by the car but believes his sister's claims. As the popular girls laugh at Abby's pajamas, Jay notices the many Krista for President signs all over the place. He tries to pull Abby away from the scene, but she invites the popular kids to the Sweet 16 party she's planning for the evening. The popular girls laugh and ignore her. As the kids continue laughing at Abby's pajamas, Jay promises to buy her some time while she finds real clothes. In fresh clothes, Abby takes another look at the wish list. Specifically, number 2, a wish for the cutest clothes in school. She attempts to light a candle and make the wish as Krista watches, but the candle seemingly won't burn. Once Krista leaves, Abby is caught with the candles by one of her teachers, and they're confiscated. As she waits for counseling, Abby sees Celeste posing as the counselor, giving advice and hope to other kids. In her fake office, Celeste explains that the candles are magic and have their own rules. Only one candle and one wish can be granted per hour, forcing Abby to wait before making her next wish. Celeste also explains that the candle's magic expires at midnight, with all the wishes made by then becoming permanent. When Abby mentions how much she's looking forward to being better than Krista, Celeste hands her Krista's diary. Abby gets the candles back and heads out to her next class. After reading Krista's diary, filled with pages about her, Abby decides to confront Krista as she canvasses for votes. Embarrassed, Krista vows to make sure nobody attends Abby's party, because she's also throwing a Sweet 16 party the same night. Jay notes how pointless it is for Krista to campaign for student body president, being the only name on the ballot and despite her not caring about student government. Logan arrives to help Krista with her campaigning, making this another humiliating loss for Abby. Abby slips into a supply closet and lights another candle, wishing for the cutest clothes in school. Celeste appears and gives her a complete makeover, stunning just about everyone in school. Soon, Abby steals the attention of the popular girls from Krista. Abby arrives late to the locker room, where she hands her new designer bag over to her teacher as a birthday gift to get herself out of trouble. As a reward, the class gets to skip the track laps and instead enjoy a game of indoor volleyball. Before she joins, Abby makes another wish: to beat Krista at everything. A newly confident Abby joins Jay's volleyball team to take on Krista and her squad. After narrowly missing a ball Krista throws, Abby manages to knock her out with a solid to the face hit. Abby's team wins. Krista is taken to the nurse, who is, of course, Celeste. Krista believes the whole incident was a nightmare, but Celeste reassures her that it was very real. Abby creamed her. Krista is immediately summoned to the principal's office. Krista visits the principal, finding him laughing with Abby. He tells her that the election is over. Krista denies it. Many people haven't voted yet, but he reveals that there was 100% voter turnout. Over the PA system, the principal announces that Abby has won the student election. Still, Krista refuses to accept the defeat, insisting that Abby's name isn't even on the ballot. She discovers that Abby was a write-in candidate, giving her an easy win that doesn't sit well with Krista. As Abby enjoys her victory, Jay, who secretly wanted to be a student body president, can't help but feel disappointed about the whole thing. While he wants to get on with their science project, Abby wants to use magic to get through it. In a moment of frustration, Jay expresses his disappointment in how Abby is changing because of this magical gift. While he sees the importance of being student body president to make a difference, she only sees her win as something else that Krista cannot have. Abby manages to convince him to abandon their project so they can have a sandwich. But he's pretty horrified when he finds the whole school going wild for Abby. She reveals she made another wish: to be popular. Abby and Jay enjoy ice cream as she reveals some school students are planning her birthday party with the help of their wealthy parents. Abby remains hopeful that her birthday will be spectacular and unforgettable, but she needs something to wear. Unable to go home to get her clothes, Jay offers to give her some cash for the clothes. But Abby can't drive as she doesn't have her license. Jay suggests she wish for it, which she does. Krista watches the scene unfold but can't make sense of it. Krista follows Abby and Jay to a dress store, noticing Jay drop his wallet outside. Inside, Jay watches as Abby tries to find the perfect dress, barely hiding his romantic feelings for his best friend. But when Abby asks if Logan will like the dress, Jay gets frustrated and questions why she doesn't just wish for it. Abby doesn't want to wish for Logan's love. She wants him to like her for who she is. Outside, Krista picks up the dropped wallet and heads into the store, convincing the store owner that Abby and Jay won't be buying anything. They're just wasting time. The store owner asks them to come back with their parents, but they insist they're gonna buy the dress. When Jay can't find his wallet, the kids are forced to put the dress back and get out. With the arrival of a new hour, Abby decides to make another wish before she takes the dress off. She wishes that people will stop treating her like a child. When she steps out of the changing booth, Abby discovers that Jay left with Krista and that the dress is suddenly too tight. The store owner helps Abby change into something more age-appropriate and offers to put them on her charge account. She doesn't have to pay. With a grown-up makeover, Abby arrives back at school to find that her old teacher doesn't recognize her anymore. In fact, nobody does. Logan suddenly finds her attractive. Jay seems to have no idea who she is. She's no longer a high schooler. Abby is considered a woman. Escorted out of the building, Abby bumps into her parents, who explain that she can no longer go to high school. Hoping that their apparently adult daughter will finally grow up, Abby's parents move her into a new apartment and attempt to get her a job, wishing her a happy 22nd birthday and leaving Abby to live independently. In the moving boxes, Abby finds a collection of high school memories, including photographs of her and Jay together and a photo of her at a high school graduation. Realizing that the wish has gone awry, Abby unsuccessfully tries to summon Celeste. She pulls out the list and wishes for number 3, that she can decorate her room the way she wants. Celeste arrives as a decorator but refuses to undo the wish for Abby, explaining that the candles don't always give her what she wants, but what she needs. Abby begs for the wish to be taken back, but Celeste refuses. There's no do-over wish on her list, so this is her life for the foreseeable future. Celeste leaves, and Abby's landlord demands his rent. If it's not paid, Abby is out of there. Abby attempts to conceal one of the wishes in hopes of changing it, but it doesn't work. She lights up wish 14, that her parents would understand her. Abby visits her parents' house, still swarmed by wasps. She attempts to explain to her parents everything that had happened over the day, but the matchbox just reignites memories about the night Abby was born. Abby tries to convince her parents to let them come home, but her mom explains that Abby has always wanted to be the grown-up woman she is now. But the reality of this life is very different from the dream, and her parents understand that. They just don't want her to come home. On the way out, Abby sees Logan checking out her car. He's in the neighborhood for Krista's party, to which Abby wasn't invited. Logan asks Abby to take a picture of him with her car. She sees Jay making his way into the party and desperately attempts to reawaken his lost memories. She shows him the BFF necklace, proving that he has the other half and restoring those lost memories under the watchful eye of Celeste. But despite remembering her, Jay is unable to help her resolve the problem. With just 2 wishes left, Abby realizes she can't have the perfect Sweet 16 party because she's not 16 anymore. Jay invites Abby to Krista's party as his +1. She accepts, starting to feel something more than just friendship. Inside the Sweet 16 party, Abby sees Mike rocking out on stage with a real guitar. Expecting fireworks with Krista, Abby is stunned to discover that they're on surprisingly good terms. Krista reveals Abby's parents donated all of the unused stuff from Abby's Sweet 16 party for Krista's Big Bash. On stage, Jay makes his speech as student body president, revealing he always wanted it but was too afraid to try. Jay also reveals that, without Abby, Krista didn't have a reason to compete for anything. Now, she's just a charming person. Abby looks around at the awesome party, depressed that it was supposed to be hers. Abby leaves the party, but is unable to return to her parents. With nowhere else to turn, Abby makes the journey back to her apartment, breaking a heel and getting soaked in the process. At her new home, a depressed Abby is visited by Celeste, posing as a pizza delivery girl. She explains that she's there as a friend, not a strictly magical being. Abby confesses how much she regrets wasting her wishes on being better than Krista and selfish whims that now seem entirely pointless. She spent so long wishing she could grow up that Abby never appreciated what she had and the people around her. Celeste reminds Abby that she still has wish 16, the final one and the one she wishes she could change. Abby figures out a loophole. The gum is still fresh, allowing her to pick off the photo of Logan and replace it with the unwanted photo of herself taken by her family. With just a minute to go before midnight, Abby lights up the candle and wishes to start the day over again. Abby flashes back to find herself at the moment where her parents and brother took the photo, and instead of being horrified, Abby is thrilled and moved by the intrusion. Offered the chance to have a wish, Abby wishes for everything to be as it is. Believing the Wasps are still in the house and about to ruin everything, Abby begs her parents to call an exterminator, but Celeste, as an exterminator, climbs down, having removed the nest. Celeste explains that Abby called her and promises that everything will be better than okay. Abby thanks Celeste for everything she did. Abby returns to her room and throws away the wish list, giving Mike her stored cash for a real guitar. She tells her family that she loves them and goes to school, stunning all of them. Outside, Abby intercepts Krista before reaching her car and asks what she did to cause this hatred. Krista explains that she was best friends with Jay in the 3rd grade, but Abby moved in and slowly pushed Krista out of the friendship on their shared birthday. Krista had to watch her former best friend do everything with a new BFF for years, making her feel like a loser and pushing her to win at everything, just to prove she was better than Abby. Realizing how her actions affected Krista, Abby apologizes, earning her forgiveness. Krista admits she doesn't want to be student body president, and Abby convinces her to work together to get Jay elected. Jay realizes that Abby and Krista are now good friends. They reveal to him their efforts to make his dream come true. He's now the only person running for student body president. That night, Abby and Krista have a joint Sweet 16 party. There, Mike's surprising singing talent is recognized, Jay is officially acknowledged as student body president, and Abby encourages Krista to talk to Logan, helping them become a couple. Abby tells Jay that she has no more wishes because she has everything she could ever want, and they finally share a kiss. As the new couples dance, Celeste turns into a fairy and flies away.